Hello students. So today let us start with our next chapter, that is transportation in animals and plants. In this chapter we will learn about the circulatory system. We will learn about blood and its components, that is RBC, WBC and the platelets. We will look at the blood vessels, that is arteries and veins. We will also learn about pulse and pulse rate. Then we will learn about structure of human heart and heartbeat. After that, we will learn about excretory system in humans, transportation of substances in plants, and what is transpiration. It is important that our body gets all the required substances that it needs for its survival. These important substances include oxygen and the essential nutrients. Apart from this, it is also important that the body gets rid of all the waste gases like carbon dioxide and all the toxic substances. The transport of these substances in the body is done by circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. Blood is the main fluid which transports various substances in the body. It supplies the body with its required substances and takes away all the toxic and irrelevant substances. It has two parts, liquid and solid part. The liquid part is called the plasma and the solid part has cells like RBC, WBC and platelets. The main role of the liquid part, that is plasma, is to transport substances around the body. RBC mainly is concerned with the transport of oxygen around the body. In order to do that, the RBC contains a pigment called hemoglobin. This hemoglobin transports oxygen around the body. As you can see in the picture here, RBCs have a biconcave shape and they do not have any nucleus, so that transportation of oxygen occurs easily in the body. The next cells are WBCs. WBCs, or the white blood cells, are the soldiers of our body. They help to fight against infection and they protect us against diseases. So every time our body has infections, the WBC count in our body will go up. Now students, you might have noticed that whenever you get a cut in your body, the body heals automatically. That is, the blood stops oozing out automatically. So why does this happen? This happens because of the third cells, that is the platelets. They help in stopping this blood flow. So they help in blood clotting. Now let us understand what are blood vessels. So there are three main types of blood vessels in our body: arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries carry the oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all the parts of the body. Because they have to carry blood at high pressure, they have thicker walls. Veins carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all parts of the body to the heart. They have thinner walls as compared to the arteries. Then we have capillaries, which are the shortest vessels, and they join the arteries as well as the veins. The arteries generally carry oxygenated blood, but the only exception is the pulmonary artery. Similarly, veins carry deoxygenated blood, that is blood which is full of carbon dioxide, but the only exception is pulmonary vein. Now students, if you place your hand along the wrist and press it slightly, you will feel a pulse. So this pulse is nothing but the blood flowing through the arteries at a high pressure. Because the blood is flowing at this pressure, it is causing throbbing movements. This is what we call as pulse. The number of pulse beats per minute is called the pulse rate. So the normal pulse rate is generally between 72 and 80 beats per minute. When we exercise or do some heavy activity, then this pulse rate is likely to go up. Now let us understand about circulation and how does it occur. So the oxygenated blood gets from the heart to the rest of the body, and the deoxygenated blood from the rest of the body comes to heart. So how does it occur? The deoxygenated blood with the heart receives is carried by the pulmonary artery to the lungs. In the lungs, this blood gets converted from deoxygenated to oxygenated. So now the pulmonary veins carry it back to the heart, and then it goes to the rest of the body by aorta and arteries. Once the tissues have used all this, the oxygenated blood again becomes reoxygenated. So the vena cava and the veins bring these reoxygenated blood back to the heart. In this way, the circulation goes on. Now let us understand about heart and its structure. So the heart is an organ which pumps blood to all parts of the body. The heart is about the size of our fist. It has four chambers. The upper chambers are atria and the lower chambers are called ventricle. The walls of the heart are made up of muscles called cardiac muscles. When these cardiac muscles contract and relax rhythmically, they produce heartbeat. In order to check this heartbeat, we use a device. So, stethoscope is the device which we use to hear the sound of the heartbeat. It has a chest piece and two earpieces. So, the person listening to the heartbeat will put the earpieces in both their ears and put the chest piece on the other person's chest. Now let us understand how does our body get rid of all the waste products. So this process by which the waste products are removed from our body is called excretion. Excretion is done by a special system in our body called the excretory system. This consists of kidneys, urinary bladder, ureter and urethra. We need to understand that not all organisms will excrete the same type of waste. Every organism will excrete different type of waste based on what it eats and based on the structure of its body. So the humans excrete urea. Fishes and aquatic animals excrete in form of ammonia because they live in the water. Whereas birds, snakes, lizards excrete semi-solid white colored uric acid to save as much water as possible. Now let us look at how does excretion occur in the body. So the kidneys do the job of filtration. The blood reaches substances. The useful substances are absorbed back into the blood and the waste is dissolved in water and is removed as urine. From the kidney, the urine goes to the urinary bladder through the ureters. It is stored in the bladder and is passed out through the urinary opening at the end of the muscular tube called urethra. So this is how the urine is made and excreted out of your body. When a person's kidney is not working properly, the person has to rely on dialysis. Dialysis is basically a machine which filters out the impurities from the blood. So blood is filtered and cleaned in the dialyzer and then the pure blood is sent back to the body. Now let us understand how does transportation occurs in plants. So transportation from the roots occurs mainly with the help of xylem. The water and minerals are transported to the other part of the plant by these tissues which are called vascular tissue. The xylem transports water and minerals while the phloem transports plants. So students, you can easily understand this by doing an activity. If you take a plant and put it in colored water, then you can see that the water has moved up. You can see it by cutting the tip of the stem as its color will change. Now let us understand what is transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plants lose water through the stomata in the leaves. So the evaporation of water from the leaves produces a suction pull which causes the water to come up at the great heights in trees. Let us summarize everything that we have learned in the chapter. So we learned that circulatory system consists of heart and blood vessels. Blood consists of plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Blood is red due to the presence of hemoglobin. Arteries carry blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Veins carry blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. The removal of waste products from the body is called excretion. The excretory system of human consists of two kidneys, ureter, bladder, and urethra. Fishes excrete waste substances such as ammonia, which directly dissolve in water. Birds, insects, and lizards excrete uric acid in semi-solid form. Water and mineral nutrients are absorbed by roots from the soil. Nutrients are transported along with water to the entire plant with the help of vascular tissue called xylem. The vascular tissue for the transport of food to various parts of the plant is phloem. A lot of water is lost by the plants in form of vapor through stomata, and this is called transpiration. I hope you all understood this chapter properly. Thank you.